Hello, here we are with a hands-on with the LG G3, the successor to the popular LG G2 that was launched back in the latter part of 2013. This is the 2014 edition. Essentially, the G3 has been improved, taking a lot of design cues from the original G2 and making it better. Now, there's a lot to talk about on this device, and we'll cover the features from the hardware to the software in our full review, which will be available at blog.clove.co.uk and on YouTube, youtube.com/Clove Technology. So this is just going to be a quick overview video. So taking a look around the device, you can see on both sides we've got a flush finish with no buttons to speak of. On the bottom we've got a micro USB port that has video out via slim port. We've got a microphone and a 3.5mm headphone jack or audio jack. That's great to see it on the bottom. On the top we've got the IR blaster for the remote control, and we've got another microphone. On the front we've got this expansive 5.5-inch QHD display. It's simply stunning. You can't appreciate it until you actually see it with the human eye. It's got 538 pixels per inch. It's truly sensational. We've got a bit of bezel up at the top and the bottom and hardly anything around the sides. LG have done a fantastic job to get this 5.5-inch screen into a chassis no bigger than the Sony Xperia Z2, which has a 5.2-inch display. Up the top here we've got the earpiece, we've got the sensors and a front-facing camera at 2.1 megapixels, and also an LED notification light. The buttons are built into the software. We've got the LG branding down here. Although we've got some information from LG on here, this won't be on the final production unit. You might just be able to make out a kind of texture on here. This is actually glass across the front over the LG logo, but there's like a metal texture to it. If we flip round to the back, now we've got the Shine Gold version here. You can see it looks like brushed metal, and although it's actually plastic, it's got that metallic-y feel. We've got the rear mounted buttons here, so we've got a volume up and down key, and we've got the power button. Both of these keys can be used as shortcuts to the camera and quick memo app. We've got a dual tone LED flash to complement the rear facing camera. It's 13 megapixel, capable of ultra HD video recording or 4K, and we've also got this laser autofocus, which is designed to bring exceptional focusing and better quality photos. We've got a rear mounted loudspeaker which has been improved on from the G2, and then we've actually got a removable back cover under which sits the battery, which is 3000 milliamp hours. We've got a micro SD and micro SIM card slot, and then built into the back cover we've got wireless charging. So this device has got it all from the get-go. 16 gig of internal storage, 2 gig of RAM, a 2.46 quad-core processor, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS. It's got it all. This thing is packed to the rafters in terms of specification. Now we're going to take a quick look around the software. There's loads and loads to go through, so we're not going to do it all in this video. Check out the full review for that. But you can see the screen really pops out, and you have to see it to really appreciate it. The home screens are customizable, as you'd expect, being an Android handset, Android version 4.4, so you can add screens, add shortcuts and widgets, but LG have put their own touches on here. So we can see when we scroll through, we've got some smart tips, which is kind of like an interactive user guide for different features of the phone. You can get a little bit of information about all of those. They change as you use the device. You've got LG Health, which tracks your fitness from calories and distance and things like that. You've got these smart notifications, which are designed to sort of help you get the most out of your device. So it might give you reminders about an upcoming meeting. It might suggest you call back someone who you missed a call from earlier in the day. It may even suggest that you clear down some of your unused apps to free up memory. There's lots of options on this device and lots of features. Press the running apps key and you've got your recent applications. You've also got this dual window view. If I just bring this up here, it'll load up 2 applications at the same time on the screen, so perfect for multitasking. Works in portrait and landscape mode, and you can resize each of the windows to make it work for you, and then you can work independently on each of those. You can also access that by a long press on the back button. Press and hold the running apps key and you get a menu pop up here, and you go through to the system settings. Now in the settings you've got lots of options again, and one of the main things is you can switch to a list rather than this tabbed view. If we go down to the bottom here and just show you sort of about the phone, so LG D855, so that's the G3. Out of the box you get about 16 gig, or you get 16 gig installed on the device, but you get about 10 or 11 gig available to you. Now we've got 8 gig available here because we've got content installed. So we come out of that, we've got the battery here, and the battery's done pretty well. It's 3000 milliamp hours. Of course that's going to be strained a bit by the display, but so far so good on the performance there. You've got a few options here around gestures and your quick circle case and dual window. You can turn them on and off. You can add all your normal accounts and things like that. You've got the display where you can have set in a variety of options. So you've got home as it is now, or easy home for sort of very simplified use. You can change the themes, wallpapers, swipe effect. A nice touch is you can change the button combination down the bottom. So at the moment we've got a back, home and running apps key, but you can configure this how you like, which is a really nice touch and allows for customization. You've got font, brightness, you can switch on the notification light and see which colors are associated to their notification. You've got smart screen, so it stays on when you're looking at the display. Got loads of sound options. As I mentioned, the speaker on this has been improved and this reads up to 100 decibels. You've also got this quiet mode, which is like a do not disturb, with lots of options as to who can contact you during certain times. And of course you've got your normal sort of connectivity options here, so you can tether. This has got 4G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, as I mentioned. The camera on the back is 13 megapixels. We've been testing out a lot. There's a lot of refinement to this camera. We've got this simplified interface here, but we can get rid of that and just touch on the screen to take a picture. Nice and simple. We can bring up the options and we've got different sort of shooting modes. They've all been refined from auto, magic focus, panorama and dual recording on here as well. In the settings we've got self timer, we've got the ability to change the recording up to UHD, so ultra high definition there as well. Loads of scope, video recording of course, and you can pause your recording. So if I start recording now, I can pause it. The scene could change and I could then begin recording again to get one continuous clip, and I can take pictures during the video recording as well. Quick access to some of the pictures that I've got here. You'll be able to see them in full in our actual review in more detail, but we've been quite impressed, and there's some nice features on the front facing camera as well, including a gesture mode where you clench your fist to take a picture on a timer, so you're not sort of trying to shakily take the picture. You've got a quick remote. That's one of LG's additions here, so you can actually use this as remote control thanks to the IR blaster on the top. Got loads of nice clear icons on here for quick settings. You can switch them on and off, and you can edit and things like that as well. We can go into the apps tray and you've got lots of controls over how you actually view it and organize the device. It's really quite good to see the amount of scope that you have on here. LG have reduced the number of apps that are installed out of the box as standard, and you can then further reduce this by about 30% by uninstalling some of those apps if you don't actually want them installed on your device. So that's our quick hands-on. We'll be bringing you a full review, as we mentioned, very soon, so be sure to check that out, where you can get lots of hands-on experience and our opinions after quite some time with this device, including images of that excellent display, the speaker and much more. But until next time, thanks for watching.